Hello and welcome
Hello.
back. Hi, welcome back to HBO Max. I'm Makenna. Joining me as always is Brandon. Hi, Brandon. How are you today?
Oh, I'm doing great because in the mail I just got this brand new turkey foot nursery long sleeve T-shirt, so I'm pretty happy about that.
Is it comfy?
It is. It's nice.
That's good.
The build quality's good enough. Gets
That's
the job done.
that's good. That's good. Do you like the turkey on the back?
I do. Yes, I like the turkey on the back.
Very good. Very good. That was in the basement. Was it cold when it got to you?
I mean, yeah,
Yeah.
I guess.
It probably wasn't the basement cold. It may have just been because it was outside and traveled across the country.
Yeah, I think that was more it than it was in the basement.
Oh well, you know. Yes, this is a very snazzy shirt. Um, we are still. It's still February.
It is. It is. It's the love month.
Oh my gosh! Before we get into it, did you see Titanic this weekend?
I did not. It was Super Bowl weekend and everything, so spent most of the weekend doing that kind of stuff. And it's about like a half an hour drive to a theater that's
Oh,
playing Titanic. So
that.
wasn't in the cards for me
Mm-hmm.
this this week at least. Who knows? Maybe if it's still on around like Thursday or something, I'll go see it.
Oh hell yeah! It was in my cards this weekend. My mother, my sister, and I went and saw it on Saturday. Um,
Nice.
My mom hadn't seen it, I think, since it released, and she forgot a lot about it. She knew the boat sank, but that's about it. So it was very fun to hear her reactions from beside me. And then my sister, who she saw a few years ago, but she's a Titanic kid, so she, of course, knows everything. Um, Hearing her next to me as well, and sitting in the middle, snacking on their popcorn. It was a great time. It was in 3D.
Oh, it was.
It was. So it's right there.
What was the highlights of the 3D? Like, was there a part where like really like there was something that really stood out?
Um, I really liked it when it helped a lot with how do I say it? Like when the distance between characters on screen, like if they were further away or not.
Oh,
I thought
okay.
that was really cool. And like when Rose is like when she first meets Jack and she's like up on the thing, like that was also
Hmm.
pretty there. Um
Would they do like the I'm the king of the world thing? And it's like, is that all like 3D and stuff?
Yeah,
Looks
that
cool.
was all 3D too. Yeah, yeah. And then of course, when Jack and Rose kiss up there, and my heart will go on swells.
Okay.
Yeah, it was really nice. I don't know how you deal with 3D glasses, but I am the person who keeps pushing them up to see what it looks like without the 3D glasses.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that was me. My sister, it was only like 2 minutes in the movie, and I kept doing it. My sister goes, "Are you going to do that the entire time?" I was like, "Probably." I couldn't help it. I wanted to see what it looked like.
Understandable. Yeah.
I also learned that like if you closed one eye, it went back to 2D.
Yep.
Yeah, I didn't know that. I had a kind of a headache by the end of it because of how much I was going back and forth.
Yeah, you're not supposed to do that, I don't
No,
think.
no, I don't think you are. Don't do that. Um, we're continuing Love Month with 4 weddings and a funeral.
4 weddings and a funeral.
And a funeral, jam-packed movie. There's at least 5 events. This is one of my favorite movies of all time.
Of all time,
Of
wow.
all time. I listen to it. I don't know. There's just something about
I
it.
only saw it for the first time last year.
Hmm I saw it. Yeah, wait. 2021. End of 2021. I saw it for the first time
Hmm.
last year. I got it. Oh my gosh, wait. You usually always have the DVDs, but I have the DVDs this week.
Oh,
I have
wow.
the
4 weddings and
deluxe
a funeral
edition.
on DVD.
It's a white case as well. It looks like a Wii game.
It does.
Deluxe edition special features. I got it for
Wow.
Christmas this past year. Rated R for language and some sexuality. Um, Roger Ebert gave it 3.5 stars. Delightful and sly. Should have been 5 out of 5, but it's fine, Mr. Ebert. Um, Keep that right there. I'll go right into the facts and figures before we discuss our feelings. Touring the Funeral, released May 13th, 1994. Had a budget of $4.4 million, box office. Made a lot of money for how much it had in its budget. It made $245.7 million. And at the time, it was the highest grossing British film. I already said at the time. I messed up my word there. It's okay. It had 2 Oscar nominations for Best Picture and Best Original Screenplay. And it was the first British movie to win a Caesar, which is the French equivalent of an Oscar. And it won Best Foreign Film and Best Original Screenplay. There is, of course, what is it called? Oh no, I'm forgetting the word. When a reunion special for Red Nose Day in 2019. One Red Nose and a Wedding. It's where Charles and Carrie's daughter, Lily James, marries Fiona's daughter. And pretty much everyone is there. Except for a couple people. Mr. Bean comes back. Rowan Atkinson comes back as the priest. He's great. It was cute. It was like 15 minutes. It was a lovely time. It's written by Richard Curtis, directed by Mark Newell. So it was...
I just learned what Red Nose Day was not too long ago.
So it's a charity thing, right?
Yeah, I get, because there was that what movie did we do? Was
Love
it
Actually did
Love Actually
something.
that had something with it? Yeah, and I thought it was just like I was like, I don't know what that means. And so yeah, I went back and like looked it up. Yeah, it's May 26th, and like it's just some like charity thing. I don't.
Yeah, I
why
think it's like a UK
day.
thing. I don't know what specifically it's for though.
It's weird.
Yeah, I don't know. They wear red noses. It's a thing, and then there's apparently a lot of reunion specials that happen because of it. Go charity. Richard Curtis, the writer of the film, originally opposed to casting Hugh Grant because he thought he was too handsome, and he based the character of Charles off of himself. Then, of course, he was persuaded, and we have Hugh Grant. Hugh Grant's audition was just a tape of him being the best man at his brother's wedding.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. And then
that's nice. I like that.
It was, yeah, I enjoyed it as well. Oh, I didn't write it down. No. So, Andie MacDowell, when she read the script, or no, she was doing press for Groundhog Day. She got the script. She had 2 scripts. She had this one and something else. The other one paid a lot more money, but she chose this one because it was funnier and a better script. But she still made like $2 million off of it, because of everything. Movie, money, magic. I don't know how it works.
I can imagine this being like a really exciting script for an actress to read because like women don't get to be very like funny in comedy movies very often.
Mm-hmm.
Like 90% of the time when like when like there's like a comedy and there's like the female like love interest in the comedy and like they need to give her stuff to do and jokes and stuff, they just make her clumsy. Like they don't give her actual jokes, they just make her like fall over a lot. So I bet this would be like because she's really funny in the movie. Mm-hmm. So I bet it was like really interesting for her to like read it and be like, oh, I actually get to like do comedy.
she gets to do the comedy. Yeah, I love her in this. And my last thing is this cute little timeline of how it all went down. It only happened, I mean, it didn't give me years, but it only happened over the course of like less than a year and a half, which is wild. So the first wedding took place in May. The second wedding was August. The third wedding and the funeral was October. And then the fourth wedding was in August of the following year. Quick. Do you go to a lot of weddings?
No. No, not really. I feel like it's been around maybe out like once a year. I
Oh
feel like
wow.
there's like a wedding. I'm not going to them very often.
No. The last wedding I went to was in 20 um when was I in 4th grade? I would have been 2011. And do you know what I did during this wedding?
What?
My sister and I stood in the corner of the dance floor. Actually, no, let me give you the whole rundown of this wedding. I
Okay.
had the 2 days before, I had fallen off my bike and landed on my wrist, and I had to get a splint for the weekend. It was my left arm. So I had this giant, like, half a cast, and my sister and I, we were not dancers. So we just played Mario Kart in the corner the entire night, the entire time. We didn't sit at our
Nice.
table. No, we stood against the wall, off to the side of the dance floor, and just played Mario Kart. It was great. I remember at one
Great.
point my great grandma was going to leave, and she like went to give us a hug, and I thought she was trying to pull us to the dance floor, and I was like, no, I cowered. I was like, I'm not dancing. This is not. But yeah, that was the last wedding. That was the last like full on wedding. Like my neighbor got married at his house, and we went to the reception, but like that was. But I don't even. And I guess my cousin had a courthouse marriage, and then had a
Nice.
reception as well at his house that we all went to. It was great. He had chicken tenders.
Great.
They were so good. Do you have Wegmans out there? Oh, I'm going off base already. You got Wegmans?
No. No, I don't know what that is.
It's a grocery store. They got really good
Okay.
subs and chicken tenders. Great catering.
Catering
Catering.
from a grocery store.
Catering
Is that
from a grocery store.
okay? That's interesting.
And they got a train on the ceiling. It's pretty cool.
Okay.
Yeah. It's a good time. Highly recommend. If you're out on the East Coast, go to Wegmans. I actually don't know how far down it goes, because I think you go into Publix territory once you get to like this like Georgia and whatnot. But
Yeah.
Georgia Publix has got good subs though. Pub sub, if you will.
Never been.
I went last year when I was in Atlanta.
I've heard of the pub subs,
Pub sub.
but no, we have the Rayleighs here
Ooh,
in my region.
Rayleighs.
Yeah, and Rayleigh's good subs, pretty good
Oh.
subs. So the deli.
Gotta have a good sub. We don't have the grocery stores around here. I don't think, other than of course Wegmans, but like the Giant has Chinese food, but we don't have subs.
Huh. Interesting.
In the Weiss Market, they don't got anything. They're the smallest of the grocery store food chain. I mean, they got a good bakery. So I mean, it's good. So this is one of my favorite movies of all time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's pretty good.
I love love. I can't help it. And
I think like because I really like romantic comedies, but like I feel like it's one of the genres like with horror where people are shitting them out
mm-hmm.
the most and just like
Yeah.
very cheaply, very like uncraftsman like just like making these really bad rom-coms, which are like fine, I'll watch them and whatever, but I'm never going to watch them twice.
Mm-hmm.
And then you watch one like this and it's like, oh shit, no, they like the rom-com can be like really good.
Yeah, it's and I like the formula of it being. I mean, other than like that one scene, the one part where they're like where Carrie's shopping for her wedding dress, but like it's just during four weddings and a funeral.
So yeah, it's a really good idea for a movie.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, I think I read that the writer got the idea because he realized he'd been to like over 70 weddings in like a decade or something.
Yeah, I saw that. I like movies that have like a very strict like this is what this one is going to be 4 weddings and then a funeral. There's that oh, I can't remember who made it, but there's that Steve Jobs movie with Michael
Mhm.
Fassbender, which
Mhm.
is it's just it only takes place right before Steve Jobs like gives like
Mhm.
one of his Apple press conferences.
Mhm.
And so it's just like four of the before Apple press conferences. And it's like that's such a good idea for like that's how you do
Mhm.
that's a great idea for a movie. I wish we could see more movies
Mhm.
like this one where it's just like yeah, it's just this and then there's gonna
It's
be like months in between scenes
Mhm.
where you don't even know what
Yeah.
happened.
You know what you're getting yourself into. I remember watching this for the first time and like being scared about when the funeral was gonna happen. Like, cause you don't know, like it's four weddings and a funeral, but like you don't know what the order
It's a
is.
brilliant bit of dramatic irony to
Mhm.
put it in the title. Just like there's gonna be a funeral at some point. You don't know when.
Good
There's
luck.
gonna be a funeral. Somebody's dying. And then you expect it to be because she marries that old guy.
Oh, right.
And I remember expecting like, oh, he's
Mhm.
gonna die, and then they're gonna go to his funeral.
Mhm.
Or that's not what happens though.
No, it's not what
No, I
happens.
was wrong.
It's, I I really like Hugh Grant in this as well.
He's great. I fucking love Hugh Grant. He's so good in like everything I've seen him in.
Have you seen I just watched this recently, About a Boy.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
movie's great.
that movie's
I've
really
been
good.
I've been wanting to read the book because
Oh, I never listened to the book.
It's a Nick Hornby novel, who's the guy who wrote High
Oh,
Fidelity.
Fever Pitch. He wrote Fever Pitch.
Yeah, he
Okay.
wrote Fever Pitch. He's written a bunch of shit.
Yeah.
He writes like rom com books. He's awesome. But yeah, like About a Boy, that's a great movie with Nicholas Holt as a little
Mhm.
kid. And then yeah, the Fever Pitch movie sucks, unfortunately.
Wait, which one? The one with Adam Sandler or the one with Arsenal?
There's one with Adam Sandler?
Yeah. Or wait, is it Adam
No,
Sandler?
it's Jimmy Fallon.
Jimmy Fallon. That's who it is. Which one? Wait, which one? Because I haven't seen the Jimmy Fallon one. I've only seen the
I've only
British
seen
one.
the Jimmy. I didn't know there was a British one.
There,
I've only seen the
it's around Arsenal.
Huh.
I thought it was pretty good. It was on Amazon Prime. I don't even remember when I watched it. Maybe a year or so ago.
When did this? Oh, Colin Firth.
Yeah, Comfort.
Oh, I guess I gotta try to figure out how to watch this.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. I think that's where I heard about. Oh no, I don't want Jimmy
Because
Fallon.
the book is about
Hornby.
Arsenal.
Yeah.
Because Nick Hornby's a huge Arsenal fan. That's what but the movie changes it to where it's about the Boston Red Sox.
Of course. I got it in the Red Sox. Yeah, Fever Pitch is great. Oh yeah, About a Boy. Yeah, that one's.
That's a great movie.
It's a really good movie.
Um,
Cause I think. I forget.
what else you get? A 2 weeks notice.
Oh.
We did Love Actually. He's good in that.
Mm-hmm.
Although like that, he's just not a prime minister. That's not his fault.
No.
It's bad casting. He's still good in the movie.
He's good at
He's really
dancing.
good in Bridget Notting Hill. He's so good in
I
Notting Hill.
want to watch Notting Hill so bad. I keep meaning to.
Oh, you haven't seen it?
No, I haven't.
Notting Hill is it's a lot like Four Weddings and a Funeral because it's Hugh Grant as a loser, which is
Oh.
about a boy too.
Yeah.
Where it's like young Hugh Grant played like dudes who were like very attractive, but also just like no, this guy's a loser.
Yeah, it's because I had a few friends who worked by Notting Hill. I was like, oh, that's Hugh Grant and Julia Roberts.
Yeah, Julia Roberts.
All I've got.
She's so dope.
I love Julia Roberts.
Yeah, you gotta watch Notting Hill. Notting Hill's awesome.
Shoot, yeah, I need to. And I also I want to see Bridget Jones's Diary and like those.
I watched that last year on a plane.
Mm-hmm.
That movie doesn't hold up super well.
Damn.
Yeah. I haven't watched the sequels yet, but I plan on getting around to those. But I was a bit disappointed because I remember seeing it as a kid and thinking it was like a funny movie and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't hold up super well.
Damn.
But it's an adaptation of Pride and Prejudice, so we're doing Pride and Prejudice next week. So you'll get like
Go.
the big bullet points at least.
Mm-hmm. Maybe I'll watch Bridget Jones's Diary and Pride and Prejudice over the next week.
Compare and contrast.
Yeah. No, I don't want the book. I want the movie. Hold on. I'm trying to find the damn. I want to see how many sequels there is. Okay, there are. Okay, here. No, it still doesn't give me all the sequels. How many sequels are there to?
I think there's 3. There's Bridget Jones's Diary, The Edge of Reason, and then there's Bridget Jones's Baby.
I remember when Bridget Jones's Baby was coming out.
Yeah, it was a big deal.
That was a big deal. And I remember really wanting to see it, but I couldn't because I was 15.
So there's a weird thing about the Bridget Jones movies, and it makes it a bit hard to watch, which is that Renee Zellweger, terrible British accent.
Oh no.
I mean, it's not terrible. It's not terrible, but it's like she's American.
How would you compare it to Kate Winslet's accent in Titanic?
Oh, it's much better than Kate Winslet's.
Okay.
It's much better than Kate Winslet's accent. But I think there's points in the movie where it's just like, no, no, I'm not believing this.
I don't think I watched too many things where it's an American doing a British accent. It's always
it's always a British doing an American accent, which the American accent's super easy to do. I mean, well, they fuck it up all the time, but you know, not in a way that's like noticeable to most people. Like House, okay? Let me talk about House for a second, okay? Because people fucking love what's the name of the guy from House?
Hugh Laurie.
Hugh Laurie. People are like, oh my god, I didn't even know Hugh Laurie was British. He did such a good job with his accent and stuff. It's perfect. He's got this flawless accent. He plays a Boston doctor who talks like he's from Southern California. Like he has like the most generic American accent. Doesn't sound like he doesn't sound like he's from the East Coast at all.
I remember watching that because I knew Hugh Laurie was British, and like there were a few different words where it's like, there it is.
Yeah, you can always tell when it's always just like they'll have a couple words that they can't say correctly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's. Have you ever seen I'm gonna talk about Hugh Laurie for a hot sec. Have you ever seen a bit of Fry and Laurie?
Yeah, most of it. I haven't seen all of it.
I just want to ask you the question. I didn't have any follow up to that. I just really like it.
Yeah, no, that's a great. It's my favorite British comedy duo is a Mitchell and Webb look. That Mitchell and Webb look, so funny.
Ooh,
yeah,
I'll have to watch
David Mitchell's because it's the guys from Peep Show.
Okay,
David Mitchell and what's his name? Mark Webb, is that his name?
That's an Australian
Something
race
Webb.
car driver. Hold on. It's Robert Webb.
Robert Webb. Yeah. That Mitchell and Webb look. Go watch some of that on YouTube. It's so funny.
I love David Mitchell.
Yeah. Did you ever watch Peep Show?
No, I haven't.
Peep Show's great.
I'll add both of them to the list. I've been watching whenever I go home for some reason. This last semester, I've been only watching compilations of Would I Lie to You?
That show's
want to meet David Mitchell so bad. I feel
he's so good. But you've probably seen at least a little bit of that Mitchell and Webb look because the David Mitchell Nazi sketch, the Are We the Baddies?
Oh yes,
that's from Mitchell and Webb look. Yeah.
Oh my god. Can we get David Mitchell on the show?
I fucking wish we could.
Okay, here is the plan. Okay. We somehow, I don't know the steps to get to this point, but we somehow become big on British panel shows, okay?
Okay, I feel like we're on our way to that.
I feel like okay,
because they always have one token American on the Big Fat Quiz of the Year.
Oh yes.
And it's never an A-lister. It's always just like a mid-level comedian. Mm-hmm. So I feel like that if we get this podcast big enough, we can get on Big Fat Quiz of the Year.
Do you think we're on Big Fat Quiz. We are obviously teamed up.
Yep.
Are we winning? I think we could win.
We'll see. I mean, we could easily win, I feel like, but the question is, do we want to win or do we want to make jokes?
Like, have you ever seen the Bad Dong compilation with Richard Iowati? When I'm sad, I watch that. Like, it's so funny. That is true. Like, see, yeah. We got, that's a toss.
Okay, now we're talking about different like British comedians and actors that we like. So for this movie, I gotta bring up John Hannah.
Yes.
Fucking love John Hannah.
So
He's so good, and like, I mean, you haven't seen The Mummy, but he's in The Mummy, and he's just so fucking good in The Mummy.
We got Brendan Fraser. We talked about The Mummy recently, didn't we?
Probably. I talk about all this. The movie's awesome. The movie's so good.
I'm on the Mummy page now. Hold on. Oh no, not 1932.
The 1932 Mummy's pretty dope too.
I haven't seen it.
Like, honestly, worth a watch. It's really short too.
Oh.
But like, I watched it last Halloween. Banger of a flick. Should check it out.
Wow, it's only like an hour.
Yeah.
Ish.
It's like minimum feature length, and it's like good.
What is the premise of the Mummy? Is it just like person goes down?
So like
to
the original Mummy or
Yeah, sure.
the Brendan Fraser Mummy?
The 32 Mummy.
So the 32 Mummy is that there's a dude who was he in back in the ancient days, he got cursed because he tried to use the scroll of Osiris to bring his love back to life or whatever. She died. He tried to use this religious scroll. Yeah, that's blasphemous. So like, to punish him, they locked him in, like they turned him into a mummy and then cursed him to like live forever. Mm-hmm. So like, he's dead. Like, his body is dead, but he's still alive inside of his body, and he's trying to like use the ancestor of the woman he was in love with to like put his love interest into her body and then turn her into a mummy so that they can live together forever.
Oh wow. That's a lot.
Yeah, it's complicated, and but like it plays much better in the movie. But in the 1999 Mummy, okay, Makenna, this movie's fucking awesome because they're adapting like a classic horror story, and instead of just making like another horror movie, it's an adventure, like it's an Indiana Jones adventure movie. Ooh. About them. Like, the first half of the movie is them going to try to find the city of the dead, and then once they get there, they accidentally free the mummy, and then basically the second half of the movie is the plot of the original Mummy.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. It's dope. Such a dope movie.
Brendan
Fraser shooting guns. He gets hung in the movie. He almost dies.
Oh no, not Brendan Fraser.
Yeah.
Is he in the rest of them as well?
Yeah. Those ones aren't very good.
Oh. Did a new one just come out? Okay, I'm gonna say recently.
There was the Tom Cruise The Mummy.
I think that might be what I'm thinking. When did that come out?
That came out in like what? 2013?
Oh.
The Mummy, Tom Cruise? When did this come out? 2017.
2017. Okay.
Yeah.
I remember.
And in that one, Tom Cruise becomes the Mummy.
What?
Yeah. I think that's what happens.
What?
Yeah. I think he's the Mummy.
Oh my god.
Yeah. But like he's like a CIA like army dude. Mm-hmm. And then he gets the mummy's curse like put onto him, so he's immortal. Oh. And like, I think their plan was that he was going to be like an immortal like crime fighting dude, mummy guy. Cuz that was supposed to launch the Dark Universe, Makenna.
The Dark Universe.
The Dark Universe.
What is the Dark Universe?
Oh, you don't know about the Dark Universe.
I do not know about the Dark Universe.
So so Universal has all the Universal monsters, right? They've got the Frankenstein, they've got the Mummy, they've got the Dracula.
The
So
big ones.
they saw the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And so back in the day, like all the monster movies would like cross over with each other, right? You would have
Oh, really?
yeah, there's like 10 Frankenstein movies and like
Ooh.
6 Mummy movies. And yeah, there's like the Mummy meets Frankenstein and Dracula meets Frankenstein, like all
Wow.
that shit. And so they were like, look, it worked in the past. They got the MCU going right now. We got to make our own intercrossed universe. And honestly, it's a good idea, right?
Mhm.
Like you've got Frankenstein, you've got Dracula, you've got like you have all this name recognition in your shit. Like you should be able to put them, but like so they tried to kick it off with Dracula Untold.
Mhm.
That movie fucking sucked. That movie, it's all like this, like an edgy origin story of Dracula. Like it doesn't take place in the modern day at all. He doesn't become Dracula until like the end of the movie, and then
Oh.
like at the end, like Charles Dance shows up and he's like, "The game is afoot," and then that goes nowhere. And so they pretended that movie didn't happen, and then they went with the Mummy was going to launch the Dark Universe, and they put out this picture where they'd cast everybody for the Dark Universe. Like they had, I think it was like Javier Bardem was going to play the Wolfman, and Johnny Depp was going to play the Invisible Man, and I want to say Angelina Jolie was going to be the Bride of Frankenstein. Like
Wow.
go look this up right now. Go look up
I'm
the
looking
Dark
up the Dark
Universe
Universe.
cast. Because there's this famous picture that was in like Variety magazine of all the actors very clearly
Oh.
photoshopped together.
Oh, that's a terrible picture.
Like very obviously these 5 people are not in the same room together.
Oh my god. Oh,
Like
that's
they were going all out for this thing. And yeah, and so like the Mummy is supposed to like launch off, and like Russell Crowe's in it. He's Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. Yeah, it's so bad. It's like the biggest flop of all time, the Dark Universe.
How far along did they get before?
They
I'm assuming they're
did
not
they
doing it.
started the series twice and never put out it, and because they put out Dracula Untold. It was like, this is the start of the Dark Universe, and nobody liked it. They're like, okay, that's not the start of the Dark Universe. The Mummy, this is the start of the Dark Universe. Nobody liked the Mummy, so they dropped all that, and then they put out the Invisible Man a couple years ago. And that movie was actually because like they had abandoned the Dark Universe. They were just gonna make like, hey, like we have the Invisible Man license. Somebody can make a new Invisible Man. They made it. That movie was really good and did really well. And they were like, that's the start of the Dark Universe. So we still might be getting a Dark Universe.
Oh my god. We're gonna have to do Dark Universe month when if/104th movie comes out. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know anything about that. Huh.
I don't know how you missed this.
I
This was
don't
like
know
this was
either.
all over the internet for
I
years.
the picture looks familiar, but I don't think I ever looked into it, I guess. Oh. But I can't believe I missed out on the Dark Universe in its heyday. What a tragedy.
Yeah, all of this to say is that you should watch the 1999 Mummy because it's awesome.
Listen, I'll do anything for Brendan Fraser.
That is peak Brendan Fraser. That is him like at the apex of his career, the apex of his stardom, his acting ability, everything. He's because like he was doing like George of the Jungle back in the day. Which I fucking love George of the Jungle. I watched that on VHS so goddamn much. I thought it was the best movie ever. And then like he was in like Blast from the Past, which is like my mom's favorite movie. Like Brendan Fraser was just killing it in a bunch of like Bedazzled or whatever that movie's called. And then like they drop him in the Mummy, and it's just like boom, takes off, action star Brendan Fraser now.
Boom. And then he's in Scrubs. That's how I know him from.
Yeah, he's great in Scrubs.
He's so good in Scrubs.
Only a couple episodes, but
They're good ones.
they're very good ones.
They're very good ones. Oh.
What else was he doing back in the day? Oh man. This is just like 1999, the year of Brendan Fraser. He put out Blast from the Past, then The Mummy, then Dudley Do Right, all in
Wow.
1999, just killing it.
You go, Brendan Fraser. Woo! Can we get Brendan
Oh, and then
Fraser
he
on the
was
show?
in Monkey Bone. You know about Monkey Bone, McKenna?
No. I'm kind of
Oh man,
scared.
Monkey Bone was who was the guy who did that? What's his name? Um Henry Selick. It's Henry Selick had a 3-picture deal with I can't remember the studio, but basically he's the Nightmare Before Christmas guy.
Oh, okay.
And his 3-picture deal was like, okay, like they had him signed to do Nightmare Before Christmas with Tim Burton. And then they wanted a follow-up that was like similar to that. So he did James and the Giant Peach.
Mhm.
And then the third movie for his deal, they were like, okay, like like the first 2 movies, crushed it, just whatever you want, your passion project. And he makes this movie called fucking Monkey Bone, which is it's a terrible fucking movie.
Oh my god. What a name. I'm looking at this monkey, right? That's a cute looking monkey. Is he good monkey or is he bad monkey?
No, bad monkey.
Oh. I don't like his smile. But I like his little fez. His bananas.
Yeah, it's a weird ass movie.
It looks like a weird movie.
I love that. I'm just like you come in and you make like 2 just like classic kids movies. And then like, okay, you get to do whatever you want now. And you're like, I'm gonna make a terrible adult comedy. That's my passion for this is what I've really been wanting to do this entire time. Is this movie that's just terrible.
The tagline on this movie poster is "Bone to be bad."
Oh, really? Because IMDb has the tagline listed as, "If it yells, if it swings, it's gotta be Monkey Bone." I don't know what that means.
Oh my god. That's fantastic. That's a great I'm never gonna forget that tagline.
Okay, well now, McKenna, do you know what the tagline for 4 Weddings and a Funeral is?
No.
So on IMDb, it says the tagline is, "He's quite engaging. She's otherwise engaged."
Damn.
That's a fucking tagline.
That's a tagline. Oh my god, the monkey bone. They should have talked to them. Oh my god. Oh, that's brilliant.
That's great.
I'm gonna bring it back around to Four Wings and Funeral now. I'm sure we'll go off track again. So I got, of course, Harry Potter connections to.
Yep, because
Mike Newell.
the director, Mike Newell.
And Sophie Thompson, who plays Lydia, the bride in the second wedding, she plays Mathilda Hopkirk in part 1, the woman who Hermione does Polyjuice Potion to sneak into the Ministry.
Oh, well, there you go.
There you go. Because I saw her, she was in Eat, Pray, Love. I was like, oh, she looks familiar. Classic. And
McKenna. Monkey Bone had a budget of $75 million. Do you know how much it made?
Not 75 million.
7.6 million.
No.
Why did they give him $75 million?
That's terrible.
That's so much money.
They should give us $75 million. We can earn more than $7 million. You could buy one Super Bowl commercial with that in the year 2023. Oh my god.
The budget for 4 Weddings and a Funeral was $3 million.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You could have made like 15 4 Weddings and a Funerals for one Monkey Bone.
15 weddings and a funeral. The funeral, Monkey Bones. Oh my god. Give us more.
Ridiculous.
4 weddings and a funeral Damn it. I I can't believe that.
That's so much money.
That's like, hold on, I'm gonna have to go through our other movies to see what I can compare that to. Okay.
What else? Oh, Richard Curtis is still here doing stuff, huh?
Oh, is he?
He apparently he was credited as a writer on that movie Yesterday. That movie about how
Oh, the
the
Beatles one?
Beatles. Yeah.
Oh.
Let's see. What else is he out here doing these days? Oh, he's got a story by credit on Mamma Mia, Here We Go Again.
Oh, that's a good one.
And he's the writer of the short for comic relief, Mamma Mia, Here We Go Yet Again.
I'm not familiar with that one.
Neither am I.
Say.
Oh, he did the screenplay for War Horse.
I don't think
Steven Spielberg's War Horse.
Huh. I'm not finding anything.
Have we not covered a movie that was around $75 million?
Not that I'm seeing yet. But I'll keep you in the loop.
Well, because like how much was Titanic was like 200 million, right?
200 million, yeah.
Yeah. Man, so almost half the cost of Titanic.
That's insane. No. Stop. Ocean's 11 was 85 million.
Okay. So we're in the ballpark now.
We're getting closer. Oh no, these Harry Potters. This is too expensive. Let's see. Yeah, I think that might be the closest.
That's a good comparison point about like how much money you would spend on like a good movie. Because that's like a big budget, but like they're spending it really well. Like they're renting out like different casinos and shit to shoot in. Exactly. Man, and like it's like every big name actor you've ever heard of in your life is in that movie.
Yeah, that's as close as we're gonna get. Out of all of the movies we've done, we've either done really expensive movies or pretty cheap movies.
Yeah. Well, that's normally what you get, right? Is normally it's either you spend like just like a bunch, like $200 million to build a blockbuster and just be like, we're going to make $1 billion, or you spend like $1 million to make your movie and you're like, we're going to make like 30 million. We're going to be fine. Nobody really spends like a mid-level price. It's just like, yeah, like $75 million.
That's very odd. Yeah, it's
not a good return on your investment usually.
No, especially when you only make 7.7 million in the box office.
I want to say from Dusk Till Dawn, I want to say it was like 45 million.
Yeah. I know I got that, so I got it.
Because I remember us talking about that was like we had the discussion about like the mid-level movie that doesn't really exist anymore.
Yeah.
That's just crazy.
Let's see here. Hold on, I gotta find it now. Yeah. Mid-level. Woof. You know what isn't woof? 4 Weddings and a Funeral.
No, that movie rips.
It's great.
It's a good ass movie.
You should watch it. Everyone should watch it. Everyone should fall in love with Hugh Grant.
I love the way that they do the credits.
Yes.
Where it breaks them up by who first what wedding they first appear in.
Yeah,
that's great.
That's really cool. I enjoy that a lot. You ever have to give a best man speech or a speech at a wedding?
Oh, at my little brother's wedding.
Oh, that's good. Was it as good as Charles's best man speech?
I don't want to brag too much, but I've had multiple people I didn't know at the wedding tell me it was the best wedding speech they'd ever heard.
Oh, how long ago was this?
It was like right after COVID, so a couple years ago.
Oh wow! Look at you. My best man speeches. I've never given a speech at a wedding, seeing as the last wedding I went to, I was 10.
Yeah, no, they're not gonna have a 10-year-old give a speech, are they?
Not usually. The flower girls don't usually get to give speeches. But who knows? I'm assuming I'll be my sister's maid of honor, so maybe, I don't know, do maid of honors give speeches?
You're supposed to, yeah.
Okay, I'll do a speech. I'm not very good
I'm
at
sure you'll be great at it.
I was just gonna say, I don't think I'm not very good at speeches.
Wedding speeches are different because it's really just more about like you're just talking about your sister or whatever, and you've got a lot to say about your sister.
Yeah, I do. It was funny yesterday when my friend was over. My sister was leaving to go back to school, and she said, bye to me or whatever, just across the kitchen, bye. And then my friend was like, aren't you like gonna hug or something? I was like, no, we don't. I don't know the last time I hugged my sister. Like, we don't, for some reason, we don't hug.
Huh. That's interesting.
But yeah, I've got lots of stories on Campbell. And I'm sure she's got lots of stories on me. I don't know. Maybe.
I'm pretty sure we've talked about this before, but Richard Curtis's career is just weird.
Yeah.
Because like he's primarily known as the rom-com guy.
Hugh Grant,
right? Because he did like Bridget Jones's Diary, Love Actually, Notting Hill, this, About Time. Like if you pull up like Richard Curtis on IMDb, is like what he's known for. It's all rom-coms, and then fucking Pirate Radio, which
what?
You don't know about Pirate Radio?
No.
Oh, that's it's based on a true story about like pirate radio stations in the UK.
Oh,
because like rock and roll was banned on the BBC radio stations, so like they would like take these big boats out and like broadcast in international waters so that they could play rock music in the UK. Yeah, and he made a movie about it, which I was really excited for, and then ultimately didn't really like the movie at all.
Oh,
so
wow. When did it come out?
Oh, like when I was like a freshman in high school. Yeah,
ages ago.
Yeah, a long time ago. But like, he's also like the fucking Mr. Bean guy.
Oh yeah. Oh.
He's like the original writer on the Mr. Bean show.
Oh.
And like he's like the main writer on most of Blackadder.
What? Holy shit! Maybe we should get Richard Curtis on this show then.
Yeah, like he's just what a weird ass career this guy's. He's just done so much shit.
He's done a lot, like all of it's notable for the most part. Like,
yeah, it looks like he joined Blackadder in like season 2, and then like did everything going forward from that. And then did Mr. Bean. It's crazy.
That's... Shout out to Richard Curtis.
Yeah. Just like doing just like the British... Oh, no. Okay. It's just got sorted really. Oh, because Blackadder had like a revival series or whatever. So yeah, no, he was at Blackadder since the start.
Whoa.
Yeah. He's just out, like, he was just, like, doing, like, a bunch of, like, British TV, crushing it, and then he's just like, I'm gonna do movies now, and then he crushed doing movies.
Oh my, wow, what a man.
Wrote an episode of Doctor Who? Which episode?
Oh, yeah, which episode?
He wrote Vincent and the Doctor!
Oh, get out!
That's a great fucking episode of Doctor Who! That's, like, one of the best episodes! This guy's awesome!
He just keeps getting better and better. I'm gonna have to go through I'm gonna have to go through his credits now. Oh my god. He's New Zealand.
Yeah, this dude can fucking write.
Wait, why do I know his wife? Why is her name highlighted on Wikipedia? I don't know.
Let's see, what's her name?
Oh, she's the great-granddaughter of Sigmund Freud. Okay, maybe that's why.
Oh. Well, that's interesting.
He's connected to everyone. Just casually. Sigmund Freud, no biggie. Oh my god.
Oh, apparently she's like a British or maybe not British, but a TV personality. Like she did like, yeah, she
Oh.
was on the London news and shit.
Mm. Hmm. Oh my god. Okay, so apparently the last scene when they're outside in the rain and everything, that was filmed like 20 minutes from where I lived in London. And I'm really
Really?
mad that I didn't realize that until today. Yeah, because
Yeah.
I was looking at like all the locations and I was like, oh, that's near Arsenal Stadium. And I like Google Map. I'm like, oh my god, I gotta freaking walk there. I've had 4 weddings and a funeral pilgrimage. Damn it. Next time.
Next time,
We'll go to
I feel
places.
bad for what's her name, Henrietta or whatever in
Oh
this
yeah,
movie.
yeah.
Yeah, she really gets shafted.
Multiple times. Like
Yeah,
that.
she's not doing anything wrong, right?
I don't.
She's probably maybe a bit mean,
Yeah.
but her boyfriend's a fuck up, so like whatever.
In the Red Nose Day reunion, she's like, I think she said her third husband or something. I think it was a famous guy, but I'm not sure who it was. I don't know, but Henny. I do love the scene where they're just Charles is sat with a bunch of his ex-girlfriends, and they're just going around saying shit about what Charles has said about them, and it's I just I could watch this movie daily and not be sick of it.
I probably could too.
It's
Yeah, it's a really dope movie, and it's like it's very quippy, and it's really tightly written, and it's
mhm.
like it's a blast of a movie. It's
It
awesome.
is a blast of a movie. Um, and you know what? Do you have any final thoughts? That's a good way to transition.
No, yeah, that pretty much wraps it up. Yeah, it's a dope ass movie.
Now, Brandon, do you have any know of any good romance comedy books? Maybe
Yeah, I
pitch.
mean, we talked about High Fidelity. I think that book's fantastic. So yeah, check out High Fidelity. I don't know, I haven't listened to the audiobook version of it, but I bet it's pretty good.
Well, Brandon, guess what? I've got a deal for you.
Oh, do you?
I do. If you
Okay.
go to audibletrial.com/HBO Max, HBO MAKS, all lowercase, you can get that book for free. And
For free.
and you can keep it whether you like it or not, which you probably will because it's Audible.
You gotta be lying. That's too good of a deal, McKenna.
If I'm lying, I'm dying, baby. You know? This audibletrial.com/HBO Max, and you can get the hookup, you can help yourself, you can help us, and you get to listen to a book. It can be
Yeah.
any book on audible.com, audibletrial.com/HBO Max. But I mean, of course,
I just started a new audiobook. I'm about halfway done with it. The League. It's
Ooh.
about the early decades of like the pre-Super Bowl NFL.
Oh,
Very interesting stuff.
that sounds like a very interesting listen.
Yeah.
I'm still reading MASH.
How's that going?
It's very good. I love MASH. It's very exciting every time. I get really giddy when I read it because I don't know. I don't know. I just love MASH. Like
MASH is dope.
MASH is dope. But yeah, you can listen to MASH. You can listen to The League. You can listen to High Fidelity. You can listen to whatever your little heart desires. audibletrial.com/HBO Max, all lowercase, HBO MAKS.
There you go.
Brandon, where can people find you on the internet?
They can find me over on Twitter, Twitch, or TikTok. You know, all the T's.
All the teas.
All the T's at Jose Ruckus on every single platform. I've got that name everywhere. So just if you want to find me on a place, at Jose Ruckus, guaranteed.
That's very smart. Follow me on Twitter if you want, at PotterPants212. I did retweet a couple things last week. Oh boy. More importantly, you should follow the show at HBO
Absolutely.
Max. Twitter, HBO MKS. You go to youtube.com/at HBO Max. Help us to get to 100 subscribers so we don't have to have the at. All your podcast platforms, audio. I try my best to remember to upload the audio file. Sometimes I forget. I'm sorry. But you can subscribe, rate us 5 stars, please, if you want. Subscribe, hit the bell, comment. What should they comment this week, Brandon?
Let us know which actor in the Dark Universe you were most looking forward to seeing. Heather, was it Javier Bardem? Was it Johnny Depp? Which one was it?
Which one was it? Please tell us. We're dying to know. Please do. And with that, I should really think of conclusions before I get to the conclusion. With that, thanks for watching, and is it raining? I haven't noticed.